All right. All right. Come in.
Hi, Courtney. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for letting me come into your home to give you
Yeah.
borrow 20 minutes of your time, so we can discuss your property and getting it sold.
I think that sounds great.
Okay. Yeah. So if we could take a walk around, let's love to see the property.
Okay. Well, this is a mudroom.
Okay.
I love sitting on this couch and having phone calls with my family.
Right.
It's nice.
Very
And I'll
nice.
look at all the lights. Great for selfies.
There's a lot of light in there.
And then this is my it's the dining room, but I changed it to a fun playroom.
Okay.
So this is that, and then this was a hand carved
Very beautiful.
fireplace.
Nicely
Yep. And then I just had my kitchen remodeled.
Okay.
So
So the quartz countertop is good.
yep,
All right.
all wood cabinets, mostly wood cabinets.
All right.
And then you see how so much light comes in here.
Yes.
And then this is my daughter's bedroom / office.
Okay.
It's nice and cool. Can you
It's
feel
nice.
how we have 2 air conditioners in this
All the
house?
gold accents you have in there.
Yeah, it's fun, right? It was just remodeled recently. And then this is my other daughter's room. She's a college student, as you can see, with like the desk, and
Right.
she loves plants.
Okay.
This is a great relaxing room. And then I had these custom cabinets put in here for all my beautiful papers.
Right. I see you love mugs.
Yes, we love mugs. We collect them from all over, especially Premier Listings. And then this is a half bath,
Okay.
okay, with custom wallpaper, hand painted.
Right.
And then this is my family room.
Very
Whoa,
large family
it's
room.
we call it our great room,
It's a great room.
okay? And then I have another guest bedroom right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then, as you can see, we did the custom wallpaper, and then these beautiful
Cedarwood?
cedar. I think they're cedar wood. Yeah, I just know they were imported. Paki cypress. Yes.
Okay.
And then I have another little sitting room area over here. I like to
Okay.
lay and read books.
All right.
And then this is my favorite spot.
Okay.
Okay. It's a koi pond full of koi.
All right.
I go out there and have lunch.
Right.
And we have dinner out there sometimes when it's not buggy.
Okay.
And I have all the lights strung, so it's a really fun like outdoor
Nice
space.
relaxing spot, yeah.
And then I do have some extra parking for all my friends out back. And then this is the master bedroom.
Okay.
And there's a full bath
Bathroom back there.
and a ton of storage, like a big gigantic closet. I love it. All my clothes fit perfectly back there. And the washer and dryer is back there in the closet, which makes it easy.
Oh. Okay, great. All right, so yeah, thank you for the tour. Love to talk to you about what we have to offer from Premier Listings to get your home sold.
Okay.
So I brought some paperwork for you.
I'm really excited about this.
Good. Good. All right. So I just want to kind of give you a little bit info about myself and Premier Listings. So Premier Listings, we definitely value the client's opinion in making sure that we fulfill their real estate needs. So in regards to you wanting to sell the property at the highest dollar, especially in the seller's market.
I am going to pull up your presentation so they can see it better. Okay. So let's pause for just a second.
There, it's not on.
No, not up there. Oh, sorry, no. Can't do that too. Okay, can you guys see his presentation here?
Oh, for them.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. All right. You know what, I'll do. Okay, and I'll pass this around as we're going through it. How about that? Okay.
Okay, so just kind of tell you a little bit myself. So, at Premier Listings, I'm actually a mentor there. So I'm actually a senior sales agent there, helping onboard a lot of agents. So it's a lot of experience there. I have master's degrees in business, 15 years in sales experience, and done over $4.5 million in production within the last 12 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yes, and as far as Premier Listings go, we do have a wide support system. So we have preferred lenders and preferred title companies with lawyers, attorneys. And last year the office overall did over $120 million production.
Wow.
So we definitely have a lot of experience, a lot of support to make sure we get the top dollar for your property.
How many offices do you have?
So currently, right now, we have three.
Okay.
One in Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and we just have a new location in Brevard County.
Okay.
And we're planning to expand further out in Florida over the next few years.
Oh, nice.
All right, so wanted to ask you a few questions. So what is the reason for your move? Why do you want to move?
Because I know I have like $1 million equity in this place.
Okay,
And so I want to sell it and downsize. I don't need all the space. As I was showing you my daughter's rooms, they're going off to college. So
Mhm.
I don't really need the space. I love living down here in this area because of course, all the restaurants and shopping and close to the beach.
Mhm.
But I think I would like to find something like a condo, less maintenance, on the beach, because I'll have enough money to pay for that. And then, and that way I can just relax and I'll have all the work to do in the house.
okay. Yeah, now, you said you want to cash out on the equity there. Do you have a mortgage in the property?
Yes.
Okay, and how much is that mortgage?
I owe like $100,000 now.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Not really much.
Okay, so looking to downsize, you mentioned your daughter's in college, so definitely want to be in the beach. Okay, so that's something we can also help you find your new property there.
Oh, perfect.
Can
you do both?
yes, you
can
can
sell
do-
it and find
Yes,
something
so there
else?
are ways that yes, we can definitely do both. There are ways that we can do this. So when we put your the property in the market, we get an offer, we can always ask for a post occupancy. So after we close, you are entitled to stay here for 30 or 60 days while we go and purchase your next property.
Oh,
So it's a seamless transition to your new property.
I like that. Thank you.
Okay. And all right. So how quickly do you want to move
Just when it sells.
when it sells? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush.
Okay. So if you were to
I'm
find,
not in a rush, but I'd like to do it and move on while the market's hot.
so then if you were to get the perfect offer and find the perfect property, you would go ahead and make a move now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get it listed right away.
Okay. Okay. Great. All right. So so to kind of tell you a little bit. So for us, we do at Premier Listings, we do have a 25 point marketing plan. So you may hear with other agents, about what they offer, but for us, we do have a consistent marketing plan that we go through in terms of high quality photography. We do a lot of social media, marketing. We do have a reverse marketing prospect, so we do have a database of 45,000 prospective buyers. So we'll reach out to them to try to find a buyer.
Okay.
And then, but yeah, we utilize all those so we can go and get the top dollar for your property.
Yeah, what about commission?
So commissions, we charge at 6%. And with that, that's going to give you the top marketing aspect of how we can, market your property.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Well, I mean, I would like to pay less.
Okay.
My neighbor was offering me like 4%.
Okay. So it's valid. It's valid the question to ask for less commission. But this is the way I would position it. So we have a lot of marketing aspects to how we sell property.
Mhm.
So if we were to decrease the commission, you're also decreasing your marketing spend, which is decreasing the outreach on prospective buyers.
And I want I want a good number for this place.
Of course, who
Right.
doesn't?
Right.
So that's why we always recommend the 6%, just because it gives you the best value, the best offer possible out there.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Keep going.
All right.
She's like, she's still.
That's not what people do though. They like, okay,
Right.
sometimes.
All right. So like I told you, we have our 25 point marketing. We do actually prepare a list of how to prepare your house for selling.
Oh, wow.
In terms of how to stage the home, turning on the lights, making sure we get the most light in here, just to kind of give you the highest quality, appearance for the property.
Okay.
Okay. So I actually also did some research on the property and actually created a CMA,
Mhm.
a current market analysis for you, in terms of the properties nearby.
Nice.
Now, based off that and doing some research, I've noticed that most of the properties are selling between 750 to about $1.5 million.
I bought this place for about $1.5 million
You bought this how long ago?
5 years ago.
5 years ago? So I would say that this is a different market than it was 5 years ago. So going based off this, and if you look at some of the properties that did sell for $1.5 million has been on the market for 40 plus days.
Hmm.
So going based off the facts there, you can see that the figure or the suggested sale price is going to be about 920,000.
Okay, well, I was thinking higher.
Okay, how about
I was thinking like 2 million.
2 million? Okay, all right. So then this is what I
And I'm
suggest.
not in a rush,
No, you're not.
right? So if it does take over 4 days, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so how about this? How about we go ahead and we list it for the $2 million price point?
Okay,
We see how much traction we get for that. If we start to notice that there's not enough traction in there, then we can go ahead and discuss about decreasing the price as we go for going down the road. How's that sound?
I think that sounds like a deal.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and list it at 2 million. So you can go ahead, and then you
Let's
only.
do it at 1,999,999.
All right, I will do it 1,999.
But they say that that's how it looks like it's
It makes
discounted.
the appearance, yeah, it makes it much better value.
Okay.
So,
Well,
okay.
what do I know?
Now, let me ask this before we move forward. Have you ever thought about selling on your own?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, I kind of have.
Okay, so you kind of got that. So here's what I would tell you. In my experience, I noticed that those who sell on their own tend to get 87% of the value of compared to selling with a realtor. So you are leaving about 13% on the table. We're using a professional. So keep that in mind. In addition, I noticed that you even have an agent in my office that's selling her own condo, and she explained how it got very emotional. It's just too much emotional. She lost sleep on it. Took every consideration, feedback, and took it to heart. So I'm sure you don't want to lose sleep when selling your home.
No. I'm
So-
doing this to enjoy my life, not to be stressed out. So I understand.
All right.
Thank you for
All right, good.
explaining that to me, though.
Good.
Because I was kind of thinking about doing it on my own, just sticking a sign out there and see what happens.
Right. Okay. Well, that's why we always recommend having a realtor, especially Premier. So we take all that out. So, all right. Moving forward, I did print out a sale to net list. So kind of give you a breakdown of an estimated closing costs, commissions, and how much you're gonna net after the sale price.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll double that, right?
We'll double that. Yes,
Okay.
of course. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. All right. So moving forward to the last step, we do have the exclusive right listing. So this is just a contract between you and I, me being your exclusive listing agent.
Mhm.
It's just showing the breakdown of what we're going to charge in terms of the property, what kind of offers we're willing to accept, conditions of setting the property on MLS for public marketing,
Mhm.
and the commission percentage there.
Now, we talked about the commission a little while ago.
Mhm.
What if you get both, if you represent me, but then also you get to represent the buyer? Is there any discount that I could get off that?
So if there is something that's going to have to be run through management, typically any kind of discounts like that has to be approved by the broker herself. But in terms, typically no, there is a 6% that gets charged to you regardless. But I'm sure there is a way that we could work something out. It just needs approval from the broker.
Well, I'm not saying until I answer, so. You, I will just cross it out, codify, and I'll sign this right now. You wanna step out?
I thought you said always say you have to get approval first, so you have.
He did, I just asked if he wants to go step out and talk to his broker.
Oh.
Because the goal is to get this thing signed,
Right.
however you can, so you might wanna say, I'm gonna step out and call my broker real quick and see if I can get that.
That's
taken
where,
care of.
okay. I
Yeah,
didn't- I went this way. Don't confuse Jay.
Okay, all right, so I spoke to my broker, Jordana, and she says 5% if we were to bring our own buyer in as well.
okay. I love it,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a pen here, so I'm doing a sign.
See, it was, you see, we didn't go through
Here we go.
all the rest. Okay, we kind of did. We went through the marketing, but okay. Signs.
So let's go ahead, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and schedule a photography session, the photographer to come in here. When is the best time works for you?
Give me the weekend so I can
Weekend?
just go around and just straighten up.
Okay,
And then I guess anytime in the beginning of next week is fine with me.
okay, so let's pencil you in for Monday, let's just say 12.
Okay,
I'll go ahead and schedule that, and if we ever need to change it, we can go ahead and do that. And then in addition, we'll go ahead and I'll go start working on getting the property listed from there.
that sounds good.
All right? Pleasure to meeting with you. You found it, okay.
Now, you wouldn't do anything if you don't get it signed. You wouldn't schedule a photographer, you wouldn't. I know you said, but I wouldn't either, but because they're not cheap.
So
But
what are
I
your
don't
thoughts
know
on
how
that?
far you
Well, you
go
need the
with
ants, you need to know if they're even gonna list one.
That's what I'm
And you
Like,
can,
would
you
you-
can get
you schedule a
photographers,
photographer?
you can get photographers to go out pretty
Like
quickly.
if they're not gonna sign the agreement now, would you schedule a photographer?
No,
Okay. I was
What if
just,
they say they want 24 hours to think over them?
No, I know, I was-
what could I do to get you to sign it right now?
Like, what if they say they need to consult their partner? 'Cause there's
Well, you
another
should have
RM.
already made sure that partner was in the
so
room.
one of the pre-listing appointment questions is, are there any other decision makers that need to be there when we meet?
Okay,
And
Yeah,
if they
and
say,
this
yeah,
was
my
my
husband,
house.
but he's not gonna be there, schedule it for a day that he's gonna be there.
okay.
Yes,
I mean, if he's out of town, can you do a Zoom? I mean, Zoom him in, would that work?
yeah,
Or some being there?
well, yeah,
I mean,
Ronnie.
You can have them digitally signed, like you can send them, an e-signature right in front of them and have them do that.
Okay,
Exactly.
all right.
A lot of times I
So they
just
don't
go
have to
and
be
scan
present.
documents, so I do that. I'm like,
I
I'm gonna send
suggest,
it to you by email right now.
I suggest there's a video on our intranet, or not, sorry, not on the internet, on the YouTube channel that Charles has gone through this entire thing from top to bottom.
Mhm.
I suggest if you don't know this contract, you go through it. So that, because somebody is going, like, I didn't have him go through it, somebody's gonna have you go through it, and they're gonna ask questions, and if you don't know, like, about the contract, you're gonna be stumbling. So I suggest watching that video, and then,
Yeah, I had a suggestion when it came to like the fee at the beginning.
mhm,
Something that I learned a few years ago that I think helps is instead of saying our fee is 6%, you say our or my fee is 3%,
that's what I
because that covers the actual
Okay.
marketing.
Okay.
The other is like they can decide, if they want to pay 2%,
Mhm.
that's up to them. Like it doesn't
Right.
have to be the same commission on both sides.
Right.
yeah.
And I think the variable rate, like, I don't know any situation where a broker would say no to, agreeing to 1% less if you do both sides, because it's still more money to the brokerage that way.
Yeah,
So
they
to
won't.
me, like, yeah, my old brokerage, that was a situation I never needed, I don't know about here, I never needed to ask permission, because it was like, instead of them getting a piece of 3%,
Mhm.
they'd get a piece of 4 or 5%. And it was always a yes.
It's just
It's different when like the commission in the office is supposed to be this and you're agreeing right off the bat to a lower commission.
it makes them feel like if he goes, well, hold on, let me step out and call my broker, that they win. When he comes back and says,
Okay, I could see
and
that.
says,
Mhm.
okay, she agreed that I can drop you down to 5%. I told her your
Mhm.
situation or whatever. And it just makes them feel like, oh, yeah, I won. So that was only the psychology behind that, but yeah, normally,
The my fee is
Your
2.5
fee is-
or 3%, I think has always worked very well.
yeah. Any other questions? Anybody online that have any comments or questions?
I mean, I agree with Tove, actually. I just went to a recent listing appointment myself, and after we had the meeting and Jordana explained to kind of say 3% is what I charge, and we can charge, I recommend charging the buyer's agent 3% as well, but I'm open to doing 2.5%, 2%. And bringing it down that way. But yeah,
We just changed it.
Yep.
And if you were agreeing to it there.
Yeah, because you do a lot of work as the listing agent. I mean,
Additional terms saying like.
it's easier, but you put a lot of money into it. You're doing photos, you're maybe buying signage, you're hosting open houses, you're buying cookies and all this stuff for the open house, signs for
no,
the.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. And I feel like it almost sounds better to the seller instead of just saying 6%. That might sound like a lot right off the top to them. So I feel like splitting it up that way almost makes them, I don't know, feel better about it, even though it's the same at the end of the day.
They do understand when you do split it, they do understand that you're not getting the 6, you're getting that portion and you're doing all the marketing, and then the other person
Exactly.
that's working is doing that portion, bringing the buyer to, you know, buy your house. And
Exactly.
cool. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Okay, so this listing presentation that we just showed you, it's ready. It's on the PL way. It took him how many minutes to do it?
Less than 30.
Less than 30 minutes to put it together. All he had to do was update his name, phone number, photo, and then he added a couple
Testimonials.
testimonials. That was it. The rest of it's done for you.
And you send us that link to that.
Yeah, it's on the PL way too.
Okay.
Yep, all this is on the PL way. And then all those handouts that we just passed around on the PL way. So now you just need to ask every single person you speak to, do you have a house to sell? And hopefully you'll get a couple
Then you
listings.
go in and personalize it now, this way it's just all ready. You just
Do
put
it now,
Okay.
yeah. So you're just ready to go. You're not scrambling 30
Yeah, I
minutes
remember
and then
that
you're
email.
flustered. Be ready. Because you still need to do, like, you need to pull comps for them. You still have work to do. So if you get all that stuff out of the way, then all you have to do is pull the comps and you can focus on that and really get to know the properties in that neighborhood. And so you're really able to speak to the list price and all that.
One thing I like to do when I pull comps, first of all, I like to print them out and often like make, like a lot of
Notes.
neighbors are very cookie cutter and like, you'll have the same houses that sell at varying prices. I like to like point out, okay, this one has a pool, this one doesn't, this one has a new roof, this one doesn't.
Yeah.
Make
I do
little
the same.
notes on them, but I
This
also,
one still has carpet.
years ago, I made at my old office these cover sheets for each one that would be like, it says like active listings, this is your competition, sold listings, these are your comparables, and like it just, and that all that stuff I leave with them, and it's like already labeled where like, you have to assume most people just have no idea
Exactly.
differences, and like it needs like a very clear explanation of why each bit is important, right? It's not
Hurricane impact
sold stuff
windows.
is just as important as what's available right now.
And
Right.
the view that they have is a very important factor as well. Like the listing we had we're in
Right.
limbo right now. That one, the view is kind of sucks. It's a little partial view of water and then, shouldn't be saying this on the camera, and then of a house. So you're like staring at your neighbor. And some people think that their house is just like everybody's house, but they're not thinking that their view is way better and more relaxing than your view. And that one difference can make a difference in the price of the house.
But also in like a seller's market like we're in with such low inventory, there should be maybe even a little more weight put on what your competition is right now, right?
Yeah.
Just because a house sold a few months ago that's similar for $575 doesn't mean that you couldn't get $675 right now because your competition at $675 is all worse than the house you're about to list, right?
Right.
Like, and that could help you push up the price more than what has actually sold, because not that much is selling.
Exactly. And all good points. And also, if you guys do have a listing presentation and have never done one before, take somebody like Tove or Jonathan or one of the other leaders, like take somebody with you. Work on it together so you feel comfortable and you have a support system there.
And it's like, hey, you got 2 for 1.
Or if you want to run, like, do your listing presentation for me, you know me, I'll listen to and sit down with you guys and go through it and help you and point out some things, and you can practice. Bring soup, bring cookies, right?
She goes,
Katerina?
oh, yeah.
That's what I did.
Katerina brought cookies and it was perfect, and the lady put on a pot of coffee, and then somebody else said that they bring the box, the Supra. They bring a Supra and set it there, so they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm ready to put this on your front door. So little things like that. All right. Anything else from you guys?
Nope, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, the PL way, is what the new listing presentation is. You're welcome. Have an awesome day.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
We got done with that fast.